Hello, good evening, everybody. Sorry for the wait. We've been having some technical difficulties. I believe that they might reoccur during the middle of this recording. And if that happens, I'll dip, and then these two crazy cats will cover the bases for us. Well, welcome to Tally Votes Big Brothers Season 28 Week in Review. Tonight, you are going to have to go ahead and flip that quad camera to a triple because we are short one as David is on vacation. But don't fret. I've got Brian and Christy here with me to cover this week's HOH, the nominations, veto, eviction, and highlights of the live feed. So grab your gherkin, babes, because this week's a pretty big deal. Hello, my tally friends. What say you on the eviction this week?
Well, the eviction of David is very sad, though I think the three of us will continue on and somehow manage without him.
By a unanimous vote of 3-0, you have been evicted.
We can do it.
David is away pretending to be a pirate and drinking copious rum, I'm sure. But yeah, no, this week was some highs, some lows. It had all the things.
I'm really sad.
I wasn't happy with it.
Mm-hmm. No,
same. There may have been some tears shed. His very close loss in the BB Blockbuster was kind of heartbreaking when he fell, and he knew he was probably going to be voted out.
God.
Well, hadn't he locked his number in already? He couldn't put anything else in because he hit the thing.
No, he hadn't locked in. Time was just up, but she was ahead, and whoever gets to that first wins,
but right before he had gone to grab his last one, it looked like he kind of hit it or did something, like hit a button because there was okay.
I don't think so. No, it just runs out at 2 minutes. And if yours falls, you're locked in at whatever your last.
Okay.
One.
I thought so. It seemed like there was like a little thing there where I was like, oh, I don't think he's gonna be able.
Yeah,
put any more in the slot, but anyway.
But it was.
Yeah. I was bummed out.
I give him major props because he didn't hug the people he didn't want to hug. He didn't shake the hands of the people he didn't want to shake. And I think he was a presence this house will miss. 100%. I can't wait for the MAGA crowd in the house that they're going to turn on Lala now. She's going to be even more irritating without Jason around and Drew and, I have a lot of complicated feelings about this show. And this week, people have done a lot of digging. I already didn't like Camus. If you want to read about who he is as a person, you can go read it. And as somebody who talks about integrity and wanting to play a game his family's proud of, he has a lot of really questionable things on his social media. He
like how questionable?
A couple things came to light today.
And said, "Who's storming with me?" So he was a January 6th.
Oh! Well, if only he hadn't been pardoned, right?
Yeah, he posted a George Floyd joke. Someone was getting arrested somewhere, and he was saying, "Hey, man, that guy keeps saying like he can't breathe like he's George."
That's what
Floyd.
I saw.
Oh no!
And he also uses the R word and put that in a post, for intellectually disabled people.
So the people who are in there don't know this, but I just wonder like how some of them will feel when they get out and catch wind of that. You know what I mean?
I think there will be a reckoning because, you have to think, if you're going on there and you don't go scrub that stuff, then you're telling the world that's who you are. So I'm, and for the way he and Haley this week said they wanted to emotionally isolate him and bully him and what they did.
Right.
I thought it was terrible.
While simultaneously telling everybody to pump Mallory up, tell her she can do it, tell her she can do it.
Right. I thought there was a moment this week, if you watch the live feeds after the Tea Party, and they didn't show this in anything, There was a moment where he sat there alone.
Oh,
and no one went up to
while
him
they cleaned up
for a long time. And like, later people, comforting, but in that moment, like, it was clear the message to the group was like, isolate him. He's if you're close to him, you could be a target. This is the politics of systems and structures that bully people and put them on the out. And it's like, and it's the classic politics of respectability, like, oh, you didn't play the game the way I like, so you're wrong. I play a fair, honest game.
Right.
Which was
right.
Which was a total lie. Like when he did all the bullshit of like, well, I wasn't gonna put you up, but that was a lie.
yeah.
Jason was always the target.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna play that card, play that card and be honest. I think that's one reason Devins has gotten such a bump this season, is most of the time, he pretty much tells the truth. He may not tell all the truth, but when people
really
come
does.
in with an idea to be like, let's twist this so it'll look like this, he'll be like, why? Let's just do that, and instead, like,
right.
So I have real mixed feelings. I hope, and I felt like this was the best exit interview I've seen Julie Chen give in a long time.
I was so touched when she said to him, or let him
it was
know
pretty good,
that he was in the top 3 for the time capsule each week. That's something.
Yes.
He seemed genuinely touched by it. I thought the way that she said, you said you were hated, and I just want you to know you weren't. She met him with the teapot, I thought, and then saying, you're an icon. I thought it was a really nice way to pick the mood up, for him, to pick him up, because he was pretty down.
That when I said that the episode was happy, sad, or sad, happy, that I felt happy for him at the end there, that there was a silver lining for him, But you know what? He didn't lie to them. What he said to them was, pointed out their particular predicament, no matter who they were, the icons or the what do we call them, the cool kids. But he's letting them know, hey, at some point you guys are going to have to go after each other. He didn't say, I will do it for you. He was like, I can help you.
Well, he kind of said he would, because he said you don't want blood on your hands. I
can help you. But isn't that more like use me for it, right?
Yes.
Not necessarily I'll do it for you. Do you know what I'm saying? He was literally putting anything out there, feelers, work with me. And it wasn't that, he's playing the game too hard. He's trying to build some sort of alliance for himself. I don't understand why that was so bad.
Well, I think like the second you say, hey, I'm putting you on blast because you're telling everybody one thing and doing something else, and you have to do that in a really public place. That kind of behavior, like if he had been like way over the top or doing stuff, I could have seen calling him out for what he did, to Angela and what he did to Devins after this stuff. Like I could say like, look, man, like we're playing a game, but I'm calling you out because that kind of stuff, like we think it's shady, and I'm just telling people that's what's happening. But for just going around and talking to people and playing the game, like I gotta say I don't, like I didn't like Riley because of the way he was with Catherine. He was creepy with Catherine.
Right.
Like this guy is rotten to the core, man. Like Camus is rotten to the core to my eye. He's everything I don't like.
You'd probably have a 30-second conversation with him before you'd go like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, he's always talking about Jesus and the Bible, and he's always talking about how he wants honor and integrity. And he's pushing all those values out on people that he himself isn't living up to.
It's a virtue signaling. It's like pretending, right?
Yes.
And people who really have those things don't have to tell people they have those things.
Well, I mean, like, sort of having fun at Jason's expense, bullying people, hey,
it seemed obvious to me that they picked him because he is she coming back on? Oh, she's coming back on. It seems obvious that he took a disliking to Jason simply because of Jason's orientation and the sort of art form that Jason likes to do. And I don't think that that's a far stretch to say that's the reason why he didn't like him. But I thought it was interesting that in the veto, they had everybody wear those tutus. And I felt like production, because there was no reason for that. You're wearing, you know what I mean? It didn't really go with the theme. It was almost like production, like poking fun at him a little
Get
bit.
the tutus.
Mm-hmm. Because he was the HOH, he was going to be in this one no matter what. And they were like, we got the costume for them for this one.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a huge Camus fan, you probably hate me, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. But
we're not gonna like
what I've seen of him, and if I can just tell you, if I was in that house, there's no way I wouldn't have thrown Jason a vote. Because the bullying, I mean, and just so we're aware that this is not hyperbole, Haley actually said on the feeds this way, we need to isolate him.
Right.
So like, you know, you can't be clearer than that. That they had a plan, they executed it. And well, hey, Julie, thank you for sharing that. He did say that.
Yeah. Yep.
He didn't
that. Miss me with that drags stuff. Shit.
Yeah,
he
sure did.
I'm sure he'll be a great guest on Joe Rogan if he wins. I'm sure he'll do.
Do you think that any of the other big social media people are going to be nice with him?
No, and just today, Morgan from last season found a bunch of his posts and aggregated them and said she had reached out to production to express her displeasure
that they picked him, because that was obviously findable for them as well.
Yeah. You know,
it's not the first time they've picked questionable
I think
people.
And
I'm just gonna say it.
Didn't he say he was there at the end?
Yes.
No. Yeah, he's friends with Frankie.
Right.
And Frankie posted a lot out there this last week too.
Oh, Frankie is hot, yeah. The sad thing is the people in that house, you're in the structure of this game, you have to play.
Go have fun, Gottman.
And you have some people that have power, and if they're bad people, you can't just openly go to war with them now that you're stuck in an alliance with them. And what'll be interesting to see, you know, just like last year when Riley came out of the house and people later found out all the stuff that nobody saw. I mean, they only have the experience they live. And so it's very complicating, and it just tears me up to see Dee and Devin sitting there hanging out with that guy who I know that they don't love. They won't love his opinions.
They won't. I think one of them will dislike it more than the other, though, fortunately.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's sad. He is not going to be HOH, and I feel like after what he did to Jason, I hope some of the people who thought that they were good with him will reconsider that and see how he was, because some of them did not like the way he did that whole Tea Party thing, right? They're trying to have fun. There's no sense of it. It didn't do anything except make him look like a jerk, and they didn't speak. It wasn't because they were agreeing. That's the problem with a bully. They think that, oh, nobody say anything, so everybody agrees with me. No, dude, they don't.
No, it was so awkward. Bro. Everybody else was like, I don't want to be a target. I'm just gonna sit here and keep my mouth shut.
Because he's the current HOH, and he hasn't.
Yes.
But he hasn't put up somebody for the new veto nom, right? So you don't want to piss him off right now. It's like,
I'd have thrown him a vote. I'm sorry. Like,
Chaos Devin should have done it. at the very least.
It would have been really interesting if somebody would have done it and the conversation would have spun about that, about you just, who did it. And I was hoping it would be Taylor. I was hoping Taylor would be our little, like, rogue vote every time, like she did with Rome. But it was what it was. It was, I'll say this, and Jamie, I know you watch a lot of feeds too, and I know Christy, you catch them when you can.
I'm doing real good this week.
I thought this week was interesting because it was kind of slow, but then you had the big blow up of the Tea Party. Then you had all the maneuvering about that. Drew and Barrett kind of have been caught in the crossfire, and Drew's positions dropped significantly.
God, right? A week ago, we were singing his praises about how smart this kid was, right? Last couple of weeks. And this week, you cannot flinch.
I'll give Angela credit. Angela will find a dead horse and beat it, and then beat it some more, and then beat it some more. And she's finally convinced them, even before it actually happened, that Drew was not to be trusted. And they sort of started turning cold to Drew, and Drew kind of started barely feeling it, but not to the degree he should have.
Right.
And he's probably going to be a target next week, if you believe.
Well, maybe he wins HOH. It could be him, could be Barrett. If it was one of those others, maybe this could be a Melody HOH.
Well, I can tell you, I definitely want Barrett, Melody, Mallory, or Drew to win the HOH, because I do not want Red Corner. The crazy thing is like Chuck, Haley, and Camus, like how can those people not touch the block? I get why icons stay off the block for a while. People are like, I don't want to take a big shot early on and make an enemy an icon. But here's my question. How has Haley not touched the block? Is there a less liked person in that house than Haley?
I don't know. Hi, by the way. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Sorry for the sound change. Things just are not working over here. So we are living with the old headphones.
You sound good though.
All right. Well, Haley, she is, I don't know, she still has her little circle though. She has her little clique. But I guess maybe because she's just the ultimate floater in the house, no one's really wants to get rid of their number. She's no threat.
Right. I don't know.
I just don't know anybody that's a big fan of hers. I mean, probably her closest relationship's Angela.
And I think they're just afraid to put them up. Well, I mean, they've had their alliance too, but if you put, you'd have to backdoor one of them, right? Break them up.
Yeah.
But if you look at what's happened so far, only Camus won anything. Like, for all their talk of like, oh, we're jacked and they haven't won shit. Like, Mallory.
But they can hit gherkins.
I guess.
Boy, can they.
And
okay.
until Camus faces Lyric and Lyric beats him by 1 point.
That's true. And Chuck, I think Chuck in that threesome could easily move out of that and work with other people. I think he's the one that has the most fluidity there of those three.
Yeah, he's got a bestie in the house. He's got, to have like the number one ally. He's got a few of them around. Yeah, I think he's probably okay for now.
And I get that they're like jacked, but like, doesn't that make them a big target to everyone else? Come on, take a couple of them out, right? D has to see that. D
you know what though?
See that.
D has got to see it, but I feel like the other girls don't. And that's the problem, because D can see it, but can't get those numbers to sway in that direction, because you have Lyric, that's exactly who Lyric wants to keep around, because she can kind of manipulate each of them a little bit. They all kind of fall under her flirty spell, so she wouldn't want to get rid of him. I mean, Drew and Barrett should want to start cutting them.
So should Melody. Like, honestly, why should she go up on the block again?
Melody wants to, Drew wants to, Barrett wants to. What I think is interesting is how early do you make a play for Dee and Devins to come over to you and you turn the house? Like, because you're gonna have people. Dee and Devins will have to split from Angela because Angela loves those people. She loves them and can't stand Drew, and then now doesn't trust Barrett. But if Dee is smart, and she's still done some camera talk that leads me to think she's being pretty smart.
Okay, good. I like that.
Like I mean, she has to at some point be like, "Dear God, Angela, all you talk about is Drew."
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Hmm.
Christy's tickled.
So funny. Because there's a little delay in Jamie, so she laughed anyway. Yes, she's in full agreement. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going to happen. Otherwise, what Jason said is true. It's going to be boring. And then what?
Yeah, then what?
I guess.
What'd you guys think of Taylor's M&Ms this week?
Oh, I thought it was great.
Brought the M&Ms back.
Brought the M&Ms back. In honor of Morgan.
I mean, she made some valid points about some things, but I was glad to see her actually thinking about the game.
And it was somebody in 25 cookout season. It was someone in the cookout who had the M&Ms, who had I think they might have been the first person to use them as a visual aid.
Well,
was that M&Ms or Skittles?
I think it was M&Ms. I think it was M&Ms.
Last year it was Morgan using M&Ms, no? For sure.
Yes. Yep.
Specifically, but so I thought that was good for Taylor. So maybe she can finally get some screen time. Maybe she can turn it on because you can't lean back no more.
She's actually really sharp at the game. She's got winner's pick, so she hasn't had a home. She did several smart things this week, like really smart observations, and she's made a side deal with Devins and Camus, to have a secret trio. She made a few moves. Well,
Devins is okay. Again, Camus. Why does everyone want to work with Camus?
Because he was HOH, so you say yes this week.
Yes, that's true. But she'd be better off with building a coalition from the middle folk and saying, listen,
Okay, can we have to talk about the tea party because unless you guys covered it while I was MIA, but that whole tea party thing, I love when Taylor's just like, I don't need to be here for this.
Yeah.
She gets up and leaves. She's like, this is stupid.
Okay, I have to tell you, that is absolutely what I would do, because in a situation like that where it's high conflict, or it's conflict that's just simmering there and any minute anything could happen, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm just gonna go.
Too much tension.
I have literally done that in my office at work. I'm just gonna go. You guys do. I don't need to see this.
Well, and then when she went and showered or something, then came back and it was still going. It was much, much longer than what they alluded to in the edit.
And they didn't get to eat their food. They had to throw everything away because they'd sat there so long. They thought it had gone bad. Literally.
They ate some beforehand, but there was a lot of food wasted. A whole lot of food wasted.
And I'm just wondering, how hot is it in California that just that little bit of time? I mean, I've been to picnics before where the food's been out longer than that. What's going on?
I would have been the person in the back who was just shoving sandwiches into her mouth quietly.
while they stay silent, you're just like, okay.
Yep, I'm gonna grab that cookie. Yeah, you're gonna get a good Midwestern. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab that cookie.
I thought the Tea Party was it was one of those moves that somebody planning for a TV moment or a cool moment plans in their
Makes it
head.
fall so flat, right?
And like I just he thinks it was awesome, but I don't think it landed in the way he thought at all. And the problem is Jason didn't fight him. And then
No.
and once somebody stops
He
fighting
spoke very
you,
logically.
if you just keep pounding on them when they've stopped fighting, you're just, it looks bad on you.
Mm-hmm.
But how did you guys feel about Jason then turning that and going, all right, and going full on evil Dick and Josh mode on them?
I'll let
People
Jamie
say
go first on that.
People say, well, that's not nice. That's just going to make people mad. But I liked what he said about the fact that if I had just laid down and taken it, that would have been against not being true to myself. I have to say, I have to at least go down fighting if I'm going to go down.
Well, I think here's the thing. I think that when you're ganged up on and nobody is speaking up for you at all, when no one is coming to his defense, no one is saying anything, like I mean, I think he felt like a cornered animal and attacked, and I don't blame him. And I
don't
think
either.
part of the emotion tonight, like when he didn't hug people and didn't say, like you don't forget when you're sitting there alone that like the people that were too afraid to come over and say, hey man, that was rough, or hey, I'm sorry. And the people that he hugged are the people that consoled him. Like, and thank God one of the people was Barrett. Barrett was one of the people that actually genuinely cared about Jason.
He's a sweet, sensitive soul, that Barrett.
Well, and it showed on the feeds too, Devin saying like, I really, really, like I genuinely feel bad. They were, but they also kind of thought Camus blew up his game. There was a lot of discussion about how people felt about it.
I hope they do not forget how Camus was, and I hope that gets addressed in the next week.
How people act with power shows you a lot about them.
Yes, it does.
And to have power and stand up while you're HOH and deliver that, knowing people are incentivized not to speak back because you haven't named the veto yet. Like that's a
And the other thing, it absolutely is like the polar opposite of how Devin's handled his HOH, right? When he nominated the people, he was very honest with them. It was just like, this is what it is, I wish you luck. And yeah, no class with how Camus had to like punch down, honestly.
Well, and then his goodbye message, like,
as he, so cool.
Which the feeds came back on immediately after the episode, and he was like recounting how awesome his goodbye message was and how hilarious it was.
Yeah. Yep. Someone will catch wind, hopefully. And this is one of the things about Big Brother that we love. We love the show. When it's good, it's great. But there's so much of this. Even if it's just.
He said, "Oh, I didn't know that guy from Always Sunny was on there," and I go, "That's not him." And he goes, "But that's what he's trying. That's what he's trying to do, right? That's obviously what he's trying to do. He's trying to emulate that dude, right?" And I'm like, "He's like, there's no way that's just him." I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's so much.
He has a crush.
That's why I said he's like giving everyone the what is it, like an ocular pat down? That's what he says.
Yeah.
But the reality is there's always people that we don't maybe care for that much.
Right.
And then we have to watch them get power and then watch them gloat in the power. And it really, really stinks. And once in a while, like once in a blue moon, the underdog gets a win. And then it feels so great. And then we get this super big high off of Big Brother. And then
we force ourselves to watch it for another 27 days before we get really mad again. So this is it.
Why are we surprised, right?
This is what I was thinking about that this week. This is what sports fans go through that I think people that aren't sports fans don't get. It's like those little moments of elation, like when your team, most of the time your team doesn't win, most of the time they don't come back, most of the time that, like you lose. And then, every once in a while you win, and that high of winning keeps you coming back. It's like, the high, like I remember, do you remember the Riley eviction last year? How excited we were that Riley went home because nobody knew if it was going to happen or not.
Jumped out of my chair and probably pumped my fist, honestly. It was
but that's because, but those type moments don't happen that often. Most of the time it's Jason falling just short, but you hang in for those moments, like when Riley goes home, or or seeing the tea party. And even though Jason was gone, I thought Jason at the tea party and in his message tonight, did you see Taylor's face when Jason was talking? Jason's words were sinking in with Taylor big time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes you shame people to do the right thing later and not today.
Right. Well, she might have actually been considering him all along, but like without anybody else willing to get, she probably knows he's right. She probably knew he was right these last couple days.
She was fairly aligned with him and had a friendship in the house, and she just lost Rome. And look at even the woman that Rome said I'm in love with did not even give him a sympathy vote, but Taylor did.
Right.
So I think that it's fair to say that Taylor probably is the next person I'm going to start rooting for.
And honestly, the way he went around and started, the way he started running around and like listening to everyone and then alerting everybody else of who was talking to who, that was kind of helpful for some of them, whether they realize it or not. Because sometimes you don't always see who's talking to who, right? So that was good.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it didn't really help his cause. Like, annoying people when you don't have power isn't a thing that usually works. Right. But I did love this spin on his pan hitting. Great job taking the frying pan and tossing it and getting the teapot as you serve your tea, and like you said, calling people out when they're playing Big Brother. Just letting everybody know who's talking to who.
Well, he pointed out the obvious ridiculousness of Camus saying, you told this person that and this person that. And it's like, and Jason's like, well, of course I did. It's Big Brother. How do you know I wasn't going to do what I told you until I did it? Like, I'm trying to survive. Here's what I would love to see. I want to see how that guy acts when he's on the bottom with no power and on the block.
That would be pretty great. That would be
the first time he lies. The first time he lies, somebody should just be like, yeah, Camus, that's just not honor and integrity, man. That's just it's not the kind of game I think you want your family to be seeing.
We might get that. If it was somebody like Drew.
Maybe. Drew's a whole other conversation that we need to have about this week. But before we do that, let's just hang in there for a second.
Take a little break here.
I think some commercials or something might taste good. So just here, snack on this, and we'll be right back. Okay. I think that was pretty good. Hit the spot. Everybody good? Continue on. All right. Let's talk about Drew. Here's a guy who's playing the middle, but also not really playing the middle. He has a side that he basically has picked, but they're starting to get paranoid.
Well, I think he's getting too comfortable. He's not paranoid enough.
he's not paranoid enough. Angela just feeds her own paranoia. I mean, she doesn't even question that the hinky vote from last week was Drew. It was, because that's absolutely something he would do.
Right.
So, you know, in her mind, it is Drew. It seems like she's got D drinking that Kool-Aid. And it's not looking too hot for Caleb and his own alliance. Or Drew, sorry.
Did you see what Angela said after her vote tonight? She said, "I'm wearing the evil eye to ward off Drew."
Oh yes, she did.
Oh my God. Yeah. See, look at this lady. This is why they put her on TV. But come on, like it's so frustrating because she did this in her first season. It's like you have somebody who's working with you, genuinely working with you, and you have spent more time going up and down and trusting and not trusting somebody who wasn't working with you, and that being Jason, just so that you could have that relationship. But meanwhile, the person you're accusing of doing all of these things and working against you is basically only doing exactly what your alliance is telling him to do. So I don't know. It's very frustrating because this is just her typical move. But
Drew
I don't know.
played the game too well. Like, he basically said, "I'm with you guys. I'm going to go work. I'm going to go work the angles. I'm going to go find out all the information." And he's worked into relationships with everybody in the house. And he spends very little time with his original alliance. And because he doesn't spend enough time with them,
yes,
they start seeing him with everybody else and start distrusting him. Now, I do believe about the middle of this week, he started sensing like the coldness from them and did start really opening the door on other options. But by then it was too late to make a move this week. And
right.
But you know, he's in, if I had to put who's in trouble, even if the, you know, if the crossovers win power this week, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a plan to backdoor Drew.
That's what I'm afraid of. That's where we're heading. I mean, who does Drew have outside of like his, you know, his multiple alliances that we've seen on the edit? But I mean, he has Barrett.
He's got Melody.
And Melody. So, but everything else is going to be reliant on his alliance. And unfortunately, except for maybe the toolbox, because it kind of seems like Barrett really wants to destroy the toolbox himself. So he might actually be able to lean in on this Barrett relationship. He would be a villain, you know, but I would love to see Drew's villain era.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be a villain. I don't think he'd be a villain, Woody. I mean, with the way that those people have wielded power all season, for him to make a
they
move
would
to
view
fight
him
back.
that way.
Right. So. Yes. They would definitely think he was a terrible person, even though they have completely started the whole push for this to happen to begin with. But yeah, these guys, I don't know what we're going to do without Jason, because even though he's got a flair for the dramatics himself, he actually talks a lot of sense.
Right.
And he was a good competitor. He really was.
Yeah. But you know what? This is where we're going to officially start the petition to get that man on the Traitors. He would be so much fun.
Speaking of the Traitors, did you guys hear what Bob the Drag Queen said about him?
No.
Jason? He said he is the least fashionable drag queen he's ever seen. And I thought that might be true, Bob. That might be true. Or maybe he just tried to like really downplay it with the stuff he brought into the house.
Yes, brought it down, right? I don't know though.
Like, I can't wear that.
His outfit at the tea party was pretty amazing. Brian has texted me before and been like, this kid has like 4 different looks. Like you can't recognize him. He just completely changes the way he looks all the time.
Yeah, he
But
changes his hair, and I mean, like I thought like some of the stuff he wore and some of the way he looked, I thought looked fine, looked really good. I mean,
Bob the drag queen, no, his clothes were a hot mess. He thought.
well,
Bob's not
okay,
loving the
Bob.
outfits. Bob's
It
not
wasn't.
loving it.
It wasn't Lisa Rinna enough. Sorry.
Yeah, she's got some outfits for sure.
But I thought the fact that Bob is watching made me think maybe he could talk him into going on Traders. Why not? Maybe he can. I wouldn't mind it. I'd be all right with it.
Oh yeah, I look forward to it. I feel like it's gonna happen. It's in the stars.
There's a ton of these people I think would be great on Traders.
Yeah, Big Brother players just don't seem to do very good, but I think that will break that spell.
I think
Gotta
Devins and Drew could both do well though.
Yeah, maybe. Drew, no, what everybody would take Drew. I think he would be cut pretty fast. Drew would in the Traders because, well, you know what? Maybe not because that hair does not. That hair does not quit. It's terrible. But in something like the Traders, where everything is very over the top, they might love his hair.
And I gotta say, like, if we're sitting here, Angela is tailor made to be a traitor, to be on that show, and then make her a traitor.
Oh yeah.
Or they do the thing with her that they did with Donna Kelsey. They screw her over. This will be so obvious she's a traitor. Clearly, they're making her a traitor. She's the first one we're voting out. We do not care what happens.
Why should we vote them out, Angela? Well, I was watching them and they looked at me with crazy eyes.
Crazy eyes. I can always tell. She's got that crazy eye.
She knows. She knows things, guys. So, okay, who else do we need to talk about from this week? Who's another player that's lurking there?
Oh, players lurking. Well, I did think that it was sad that because I was very backing Lala and thinking like she can do some things and she hasn't really done anything. But
she really hasn't.
I got excited again when I found out she was doing all this cooking and cleaning because I'm like, well, that makes you useful to them. And then I found out that they actually don't like her cooking, and I thought, well, that's a deal breaker because they only get a certain amount of food, right? Supplies put in. Right, and if she's using the good ingredients to make stuff that other people don't want to eat, I would be super pissed. Like what? I would be like,
dang it, Lala.
Right? So I think she might need to just pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, she's
Lala's
still great though.
nice.
She's such a great person.
Oh, 100%. But don't mess with people's food. They'll get real ticked off real fast.
You're not wrong. I mean, Angela, we watched a whole meltdown about it.
Yeah. And I wanted to see that meltdown when they had to throw the food away from the tea party. Like she should have been as upset about the charcuterie as that.
But she couldn't because she had to tell Camus what a great speech he gave.
And
how
that's
composed
right.
He was.
That's right.
Yes. Camus, that was such a good speech.
But do you think the reason that it's like, okay, so her and Jason like right away bonded. Then Jason did that thing where he shouldn't have told nobody what he was doing, like just leave it alone. And then she found out, now she doesn't trust him, but she wants to trust him, but she wants to like him. And she does like him, but she doesn't trust him, all back and forth. So then Camus does that, but gives him that speech. Do you think for her, it felt like he was kind of like vindicating her a little bit? That's why she liked it so much?
I think she felt like Jason got called out and there was justice in that for her.
For her, yeah.
Because he, if he's doing that this week, it's not the first time he's done it. And, and we all know in Angela Murray's world, it's all about her. So, however she took that in, it felt really good.
It felt good. It gave her, what is it? The Schadenfreude or whatever it is. Like
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude. Yeah.
She it kind of struck me like Angela's relationship with Jason struck me with that she never would ever trust him in the game, but she so desperately wanted to be, a buddy, wanted to be his friend, because he was one, well, he wasn't part of the cool kids alliance, but he's one of the cool kids, and she just wanted to be a part of that clique with him. So I think she had game and personal kind of writing side by side. And you know what? It's okay because it's sloppy, and Jason was nothing if not a sloppy player. No matter how entertaining or what a good read he would have, he was still sloppy as hell.
I don't know. I think he had done better on his exit to make them feel stupider for what they just for voting him out.
He's so much like Angela in that, like, if you plugged into his emotion, that's what got him off his game. And it would have been interesting if Jason was in power and Angela was out of power, how things would work out. Because when the day comes, Angela's not in power, that might get awful messy.
She's going to go cuckoo.
Yes.
Yeah. She's going to come unrailed.
Especially the longer a player feels comfortable in this game, that initial threat, the first time they feel it, is like shocking for them. But then you take somebody like Mallory or even Melody that have been on the block several times, and you go like, they're just like, hey, this is just what it is. Like, what, it
is what it is.
They're usually kind of more, they understand what's going on actually in the game usually. So
I think Mallory may be a surprise comp beast in this group. Like, she's very physically fit. She works out a lot. She's good at puzzles, and I wouldn't put it past her winning the wall comp when we get there. If she's around,
that'd be a good one. It's just all on her shoulders, man.
She's not really big.
Mm-hmm.
She's not very tall. I'd like to see her get some power, because I think she's like the legitimate comp beast that nobody's given any respect to, and I'd like to see her have some power to exercise. But I mean, I want to ask you all this. Like, maybe I'm spoiled. Maybe it's because I binge watched, but like, unless some drastic things happen, man, thank God they had Devins on this cast.
100%.
And this cast is, like, so far to me, like, I see potential in Barrett. I see potential in Drew. I see potential in Taylor. But by and large, this cast, I think, has been a dud. What do you all think?
I feel like they gave us a really good mix the first couple weeks. It didn't. It seemed like that. Oh, this is gonna be good, but people fell into their being comfortable too quickly.
Yeah,
I didn't think they were gonna do this unanimous crap. Honestly, feeds are back on.
Yeah, I have a very, very I don't know, I have mixed feelings about the cast. On one hand, it's a little bit frustrating that you can pick a long list of doppelganger players for each member of the cast this year throughout the seasons. It's
that the casting was odd. Yeah.
That's a little bit frustrating. Mm-hmm. But I would say that you have somebody like Jason, somebody like Angela, Dee and Devins are good players if you're going to pull people out from something else like Survivor. There is a handful of really good possibility, but right now there's 3 or 4 players that are kind of dulling the possibilities of the game and its potential. And if we can get rid of at least half of that, then I think we'd be okay. This cast won't bother me that much.
I hope you're right, but I was just doing an inventory of the people that didn't do much like last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I was thinking, for a while, Ava Pearl laid in her bed and didn't want to leave her bed, but Ava was entertaining. Captain Will sat on the back porch and didn't do much, but he was entertaining. And like the sort of wallflowers in this group, like, just seem very surface level. Like I think Haley and Chuck are two of the boringest players I've ever seen in my
I can't
life.
disagree. I cannot disagree.
Don't you think that's because they came in and they found this like safe place so quickly that now they just don't have to be nice to people or whatever. They don't have to try. Maybe that's more. They don't really have to try.
I think Haley has told every interesting fact about herself and every interesting softball story she can tell.
10 minutes.
And then after 2 weeks, I think she's out of material. Like
probably.
You know,
yeah.
You know what? That's a good
time.
That's a good time to start asking the other people about themselves. You know what? Earn maybe some goodwill in the jury if you were being smart. Doesn't have to be all about you.
Well, this is what we
one more time or softball.
Yep. That is probably about it. Yeah. But that's part of the thing that happens when you recruit somebody and it's not somebody trying out to be on it. You know, it's not somebody who went, ooh, that's something I would really love to do, or something that my family told me I would be good at doing and I should try. It's like there's a woman just living her life and they say, hey, you want to be on TV? And this is it. This is it. It's what we get.
I jumped on the feeds today, and what I saw was her talking to Drew, I believe, about her parents' house. And it was just
again.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Did she mention her?
I need to go back and listen to it and see if I can go scope it out. I'll take a drive down the road and see if I can find it.
Did she mention her stepdad's tall and jacked and has tattoos and they have a really nice house and they have a deep freeze that they give her meat from because she doesn't have enough room in her little apartment?
Yep. And they have her mom's decked it all out. It's got a whole medieval theme. They have
parties.
She said a knight in armor. She has a knight in armor, and I was like, listen. It's a suit of armor. There's not actually a person inside there. Okay. Well, I hope not.
Okay. First of all, haters, that sounds pretty cool. And I'm gonna go hang with her and be like, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I just want to see your parents' house.
Yeah.
Heard a lot about it. Want to check it out.
She lives down the road from you, right? Just go scope it up. You'll find it.
I'm gonna go check it out.
I could not think of two more different people than you and her. You are as interesting as she is not.
Okay, so but here's the thing: when they first showed her on the cast, I was like, "Ooh, super tall girl from Missouri."
I was excited. Yeah, I was super excited. Let's do this.
She had something Jamie about her, so I was like, "Okay." And then
height. That thing was height.
No, not just that. Just like in appearance, she kind of looked like yes. I'm sorry.
Maybe the noses, yeah.
And so I thought, okay, but yeah, no, she's the anti-Jamie, is what she is.
She really is.
If you ever notice, there's a really fun conversation going on. She's either not saying anything and not participating at all, or she throws something in and they just move right on because it's not in the flow. It's not entertaining.
How isn't that more annoying than Jason?
I would just keep telling her, you know, you really look like you look like Millie Bobby Brown. Like you know who you look like.
Does she say that?
No, but I would be doing that. That would be my annoying thing to do to her. I'm sure she has no idea who that is and has probably never watched Stranger Things, but
in how annoyed she is by all the people and the things and like how she's so like high and mighty about stuff.
And every day she gives an update on like, oh, I have a headache. Oh, I'm on my period. Oh, I have a headache. It's like every day.
No, listen, I have a headache. I'm on my period. Those are the two you brought. She almost crapped her pants like this last week because she was having stomach issues because she had to take a laxative. We're going to miss that. Like, it was pretty great.
Know that one.
Well, the internet was really worried that maybe she got the lettuce diarrhea, but
that's
no.
when you just said she almost crapped her pants. That's the first thing
Yeah.
I thought of. Lettuce.
No, she's good. She was having some problems with things moving, so she had to take some laxatives. I believe that
she needed lettuce, is what you're saying. Got it.
Devon's has a cold. I do think she also has a cold though, because they were asking for some vitamins.
You know what Devon's doesn't do? Talk about his cold 24/7.
I mean,
okay. Well,
although he did have the good line that he was going to refer to himself as Sick Devons.
That man has no fear of a pun at all.
I just love him. He's so witty. He's so quick. I love that. He's clever.
He has some good ones.
Maybe he'll win HOH again.
Yeah, that's something nice to think of, I suppose.
For some of the players, though.
But and I know we beat this horse to death like Angela, but my biggest fear is that they stay in this alliance and Devon's carries these people along, and then at the last minute the bad guys win and they have numbers and they take out the icons. Like, if I'm Devon's, don't you think when you get to the end, I want to be going up against Barrett and Drew? I don't want to be going up against Camus and Chuck. Like,
not when you're America's favorite dad. You're not jacked like Camus. I'm sorry.
If we know one thing about production, they will wait. I thought tonight's competition was very fair for everybody involved. It wasn't weighted to clearly put Lala at a disadvantage or
right. And I feel like sometimes when they do those or they pull a competition, they already know who's going to be in that, right? And so I often wonder, like, are they trying to manipulate it a little bit? And I thought if production was doing that they would have picked something that Jason could have won, because production has got to know, based on how people were voting, that he's popular. Wouldn't they want him to stay? He's good. He would be better. The conflict is better TV, right? So
absolutely.
So the one time that they're jumping in, we wish.
Well, I don't think they botched it because he was good at it. He just wasn't as good as Mallory. Mallory was probably surprisingly good at it. But
she's quick. She's nimble.
Lala just set her DVD or whatever up on the top. Like, she didn't even bring it to the box. Oh, Lala, I love you though. I can't help it. I love her.
No, I love her too. But I hope that some people start to put something together to go against the.
Amen to that. And you know who else should put stuff together? The wardrobe department. So let's jump over.
Did you have your picture? Because I don't have a way to show it, so I apologize. But we can talk about it.
We are going to talk about it. So, okay, this is what I need you to picture. Beigey, clean linen press. My mom works in the principal's office. That's the outfit. That's the outfit, guys.
She's checking you in. Do you have a note from your parents? And here's your tardy note to get you into class. That's that lady, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, the woman that always calls you Mr. or Miss last name. You know the one. Julie, I don't know what this outfit was. I don't love it. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
I mean, it was a little like, I don't know. Is that what a host wears?
I've seen that outfit 2 or 3 times in Golden Girls. I'm just saying.
Right. It was like these beige pants with a beige knitted top, or it was like crocheted or knit.
Oh, I'm so frustrated when they dress that beautiful woman in the dumbest outfits, and this was one of them.
I am still not convinced that something's not weird with her hair, though. I'm saying it.
I thought this gave like business casual realtor look, like not. I didn't love it. I did like her hair tonight. I thought her hair was better, but I didn't love the outfit. But I'm kind of glad maybe she didn't look so good because the interview was so good. Like,
it was a good interview.
Yes,
it was a
yes.
really good interview. So
okay, so that interview, what I really wanted was a picture of that interview to put up, show her outfit and show Jason's outfit, because y'all
Loved it.
That was a full denim workman's outfit with the sleeves cut off. And at first,
who in the whole house, nobody in the whole house, or anyone that's ever been in that house or ever will be in that house, could wear that outfit and not like have me roll my eyes or scoff at it. Why did that man look good in denim from head to toe? Nobody should, but Jason did.
It was funny because, Barrett's always with his overalls, right? So it was like Jason saved that to go, you know what? You want to wear a lot of denim? Guess what? I got more denim than you. I can wear more.
I can out denim you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
well, great. I feel like in the very short amount of time that we got to have Jason found a way to, I don't know, maybe be a returning icon someday. I mean, we didn't have Angela for the entire season, and she stuck because she had memorable moments. So,
and like he was 2 seasons on 2 different seasons of Drag Queen.
Mm-hmm.
RuPaul's Drag Race, not Drag Queen. Wow. And there, he had people who knew who he was, right, from that show. But I really hope that for him, this really increases his visibility, and it should. America seemed to like him, so I hope this ends up being a good thing for him. Do you know what I mean? That he can hold his head up high and not feel down on himself. Yeah. Especially when a real like class jerk, A-class jerk, is the one that sent him out. So
yeah, I feel like messy as the game was, there's a real brain in there, and I really hope he gets another chance to get into one of these games and maybe learned from some things this year and do some damage down the road. Loved him. It was a great cast member. I'm really sad to see him go.
I love Jason. I thought that he brought like messy. He brought competition. He brought strategy, and he brought, I think, the most heart this season. Like when he did stuff wrong, he usually admitted to it and apologized and wanted to try to have good relationships. And it absolutely broke me when he sat alone at that party, and it broke me when he kind of fell apart in the gym and said, "I miss gay people." Like he kind of melted down. Like he's all alone in there.
But then what did he say in his interview? He said, I feel like I have some confidence to go outside of my circle and expand.
Yeah.
That's growth.
Yep.
So if he feels this love from, more than just his normal circles of friends, then I think he'll feel great about it.
Well, if you know Jason, Jamie and I love you, and
we do, baby.
We wish you all the best, and we're proud of you.
Well, I mean, he was my winner's pick, so I lost my winner's pick. Not happy about it, Jason, but I hope to see you around. But what I'm most sad about with him not being around anymore is Brian's pleas on social media to save him and to help him.
Well, there may be a farewell to Jason for my next short video. So
okay, good.
There may be 2 videos this week. I may joust with the dragon too. I may have a thing or 2 to say about Camus.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Mac. Okay. We'll look forward to that.
Like the Fomac.
You can catch those video shorts over at TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. And you are watching us here on YouTube and just listening to me because apparently we can't have nice things. And you're either at Crazy Hanks or at Tally the Votes channel. But you can listen to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. That's the Jay and Jack whole enchilada feed. And speaking of those guys, Jay and Jack, we would like to give a little shout out to all of those Patreons who contribute at a certain level. And they are Eckhart Richter, Joanne with the Plan, Maggie the Magnificent, and Ed the creepy, poopy-headed mailman. If you would like to become a Patreon and get all of the extras from the Jay and Jack whole enchilada feed, like the broadcast Survivor with JJC, Tally the Votes reality television coverage, or the Ramblecast, then you can go to patreon.com/JandJack. All right, you two, predictions. Who is the next HOH?
I'm going to say Mallory goes back to back, and next week's episode will be the best episode of this season of It's Always Camus and Homophobia.
That is an excellent one. That is the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, don't forget, if you want to share your big zingers with us, you can go over to Facebook and join our Facebook page, Tally the Votes. And I'm putting on the screen so that people know what they are. We do have that email that we're still looking for our 1 millionth emailer,
Yeah.
Bean says in the chat he predicts D will be the HOH.
I could see it. Happening. I predict that D will probably get the special power this week since Jason's out.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So that means she has not been in the top 3 because Angela's gotten it. Devins has gotten it. D has not gotten it. She wouldn't have gotten it. She was in number 2 this week. If Angela didn't get it. Maybe she moved up. But they said Jason
moving up the ranks
every week. So that's pretty great.
I'm glad Jason got to know that before he had to go. But we are kind of getting to the point where we have to go because this has been going on for over an hour. So you can find us here next week after the live eviction. I hope that you will join us. But until then, Christy, Brian, I hope that you have a wonderful night. Thanks so much for those who have been here. Please hit like and subscribe. It helps us grow, and we need that to be able to create more content that you would like to see. So until then, I am Jamie signing off and wishing you guys a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.